If you're trying to find ways to deal with frizz on your locks, then stay right where you are, because in this video I am going to give you 5 easy ways to help you with that. Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to The Real ZB. I'm Zintle and I use this platform to talk about my lock journey as well as share tips and tricks on how you can style and maintain your locks from the comfort of your own home. I know there's so many people out there who are so concerned about Loc Frizz or their locks being frizzy or even their faux locks being frizzy. I've heard quite a number of stories of people's faux locks getting kind of a frizz. So I feel like before we get into the tips that I want to share with you today, I should just start off by saying that personally I love frizz. Frizz is a normal occurrence when you have locks. It is a way to show you that your locks are actually growing. Obviously when your hair is growing, you're going to experience some kind of frizz. So I really don't mind Loc Frizz. I actually embrace Loc Frizz because, you know, it makes me realize that my hair is growing and that my hair is healthy and that my hair is actually forming into my locks. So I just thought I should start off by saying that. And if you do experience frizziness on your locks, it doesn't mean that anything is wrong with your locks, okay? But I do understand that some of you might not like the appearance of frizz, or you might not like the look. Some of you might like the more sleek down uniform lock kind of look, and that is okay. So I'm just gonna give you some ways on how you can reduce and even diminish the appearance of frizz on your locks. Now this won't be preventative measures, but there are going to be corrective measures. So if you already have frizz, you can use these things that I'm about to talk about to help diminish the frizz on your locks. So the first way that I want to talk about is palm rolling, okay? So if you don't know what palm rolling is, it's basically using your 2 palms with your locks in the middle of your palm and rolling it like this. So that is basically what a palm roll is. Now, palm rolling is more effective when your hair is wet. So if you are experiencing frizz, what you would normally do, you would spritz your hair with water and then you would make this kind of palm rolling motion on your locks like this, okay? So you would do this until the frizz has reduced on your locks. So that is the first method that you can use. Even when you're doing your retwists, instead of just retwisting your root, it's going to help you a lot if you actually just go ahead and do the palm rolling on the rest of your lock, so that your locks can stay like how they are for a longer period of time. But if you see that you've got frizz and you want to deal with it on the spot, spritz some water, do this making fire, I don't know what this motion is, this motion, making a fire kind of motion on your locks, and then, you know, your lock will be fine. You can also use some twisting gel or some oil instead of water. It just basically depends on your preference. Now, the second thing is something that I talk about a lot on this channel, and that is to use either a silk or a satin scarf or bonnet, especially when you're doing things that expose your hair to sort of like steam or even exercise, because when you exercise, you're exposing your hair to sweat, which is kind of like water. I don't know. So if you are going to be exposed to things like sweat and steam, like if you're going into a shower or a sauna or you're having a spa day, then wrap your hair up if you're trying to avoid frizz. But you know what, steam is very good for your hair, but your hair will frizz up. So if you're trying to avoid the frizz, then you're gonna wanna wrap your hair in silk or satin, because those are the fibers that are going to keep your hair in place. Especially when you exercise, guys. I know locks are beautiful and you want to flaunt them and you want to look cute at the gym, but wrap your hair up when you're exercising at the gym. Literally, like I've seen so many people like go on long runs and people just exercising and their locks are just like out, honey, and I'm just like, what are you doing? Please wrap your locks up, especially when you're exercising, because that's one of the things that is going to invite a lot of frizz into your life if you don't do it. So wrap it up, girl. Okay, and the third thing that I want to share with you is something that is rather controversial in the loc community, but I feel like people are coming around. People are starting to come around to it, and that is brushing your locks out. So as a loc person, you should have a soft bristle brush that you're going to use when you're brushing your locks. Not only is loc brushing good for getting rid of surface level lint, but it is also good for keeping your hair in place and neat. I don't like to use the word neat, because however your locks are, they're perfect and they're beautiful, but for lack of a better word, your loc brush is going to be what is going to help keep your locks how you want them to be, or to keep your frizz at bay. Okay, so if you don't already use a loc brush, then yeah, it's not a specific kind of brush. Just make sure that it's a brush that has soft bristles on it, so you can use it to, you know, brush out your hair without damaging or without breaking your hair. And then the fourth thing is to avoid over manipulation. Do not overstyle your hair, okay? You don't need to be doing a different style every single day, you know. Even if you do different styles every day, if there are low tension styles, then that is perfectly okay. But if you are going to be doing all of these intricate things every single day on your hair, honey, you're asking for trouble, okay? So avoid always having your hands in your hair, okay? I know it's difficult, like having like long hair or having like cute hair, it's very difficult to keep your hands off your hair, you know. But try as far as possible to not play with your hair. You know, I know when you're bored, you want to like play with your hair, or you want to just touch your hair. Don't do it, because that over manipulation and that over just styling just creates friction on your hair. And if you did like the most basic level of science, you know that rubbing and friction causes static electricity, which is gonna cause your hair to stand up, okay, which is gonna cause your hair to frizz. So if you don't want your hair to frizz, then keep your hands out of your hair. Simple as that. And the fifth and final tip is for you to keep your hair in a protective style straight after wash day. Now, once you've washed your hair, you're gonna want to put in twists or braids or any protective hairstyle on your hair so that it dries in place, okay? So if you're going to wash your hair and then you're gonna walk around the house leaving it to dry, guess what it's gonna do? It's going to frizz. So if you're trying for your locks to not frizz, you're gonna wash your hair on wash day, seal in the moisture with an oil, and then you're going to put in a protective style so that your hair doesn't frizz up as it dries, okay? Now, I have a video with some of my favorite protective styles, so if you need some inspo, go ahead and click on this video right here, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, guys.